Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone. In this occasion, our group will present material about incomplete or missing infinitive and gerund phrases. But the first, let me introduce the member of group. The first is Clara Anindya Ningrum, the second M.fachri, and the last Radifa Zaratul Ummah. For the material will be presented by Fahri. To Fahri, time is yours.
All right, thank you to moderator, and I will explain about infinitive first. An infinitive is a verbal form that consists of the word to, followed by the base form of a verb, also called the verb simple forms. Infinitives are not limited by tense, subject, or number, making them quite versatile in sentence construction. For example, to read, to write, to learn, and others. And for another example, to travel the world is her dream. Next. And one, infinitive as object, as subject. When an infinitive phrase acts as the subject of a sentence, it comes before the verb and tell us what the sentence is about. It behaves similarly to a noun. For example, to read the direction is important. In the sentence, to read the direction is the subject, and it tells us what is important. And number two, infinitive as object. An infinitive phrase can also act as the object of a verb, meaning it receives the action of the verbs. For example, he forgot to read the direction. Here, the to read the directions is the object of the verb forgot and tell us what was forgotten. Next, infinitive after to be plus adjective. Infinitives are often used after to be plus an adjective. This combination helps explain why something is important, difficult, and easy. For example, it's important to read the directions. In this example, to read, follow the structure, it is plus adjective, important, explaining why reading is the directions matter. Infinitive as adjective phrase. Infinitive phrase can also act as adjective by describing nouns, often coming after the noun they modify. For example, John Glenn was the first American to orbit the Earth. In this case, to orbit the Earth functions as an adjective that describes John Glenn, explaining what he was the first American to do. Next. Infinitive to show purpose. An infinitive can show the purpose or reason behind an action. This is similar to saying in order to. For example, to learn how to dance, he took lessons. Here, to learn how to dance, express why he took lessons. The, the he took lessons is the purpose. A slightly different way to express the same meaning. In order to learn how to dance, he took lessons. Passive infinitive. The passive infinitive is formed by using to plus be plus the past participle of the verbs. It is used when the subject is receiving the action rather than doing it. For example, Roberta was the first person to be asked to speak at the meeting. Here, to be asked is in the passive forms, showing that Roberta did not ask, but the one who was asked. Next. Next, I will explain the materials about gerund. A gerund is a verbal form that ends in and functions as a noun. Like infinitive, gerund can act as the subject or object of a sentence. For example, playing, building, giving, and others. Gerund as subjects. When a gerund act as the subjects of a sentence, it performs the actions or tells what the sentence is about, functioning like a noun. For example, playing car is enjoyable. Here, playing cars is the subject, and it tells us what is enjoyable. Gerund as object. A gerund can also act as the object of a verb, meaning it receives the actions of the verb. For example, he enjoys playing cars. In this sentence, playing car is the object of the verb enjoys and tell us what he enjoys. Next. Gerund as object of a preposition. A gerund can also be used after a preposition, acting as the objects of the preposition. For example, he passes the time by playing cards. His here playing cards is the object of the preposition by and explaining how he passes the time. And differences between infinitive and gerund. Infinitive, an infinitive for infinitive, an infinitive is formed by combining the word to with the best form of a verb. Infinitive can be used in various ways, like expressing purpose. Infinitive often indicate the purpose of an action. For example, if someone says, I go to the gym to exercise, the infinitive phrase to exercise explain why they go to the gym. Infinitive as a subject. Infinitive can function as the subject of a sentence. For example, to swim in the ocean is refreshing. In the sentence, to swim in the oceans acts as the subject of the verb is. It tells us what is refreshing. For gerund, a gerund is formed by adding ing to the best form of a verb. Gerund can be used similarly to nouns in a sentence, like gerund as objects. Gerund can function as the objects of a sentence. For example, swimming is a great way to stay fit. Here, swimming is the object of the verb is. The sentence is stating that swimming is served as a method to stay fit. And next is gerund as an object. Gerund can also act as the object of a verb. For example, he enjoys swimming. In this case, swimming is the object of the verb enjoys. And the last one is gerund as an object of a preposition. Gerund can also be the object of the preposition. For example, she is good at swimming. Here, swimming is the object of the preposition at. Next. The key differences between infinitive and gerund lie in their purpose and their role as object of preposition. For purpose, infinitive are often used to express purpose, while gerund are not typically used for this. For object of preposition, gerund can be the object of preposition. On the other hand, infinitive cannot serve this function. So that's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Back to moderator.
Okay, thank you for the explanation by Fahri. So that's all presentation from our group. Thank you for watching and thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.